What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the B-Roll Sports Podcast. On today's episode, we will be giving a mid-season review of the Kansas State men's and women's basketball team. I hope you guys will enjoy this episode, and without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so for the first part of my episode, I'm going to be doing the women's basketball team. I'm going to be honest, I haven't really watched them that much. I don't know a whole lot about their team this year, but I have watched just a little bit, so I know a few players. So just a quick review of this year's team. They're 8-8, and they're 1-2 in conference play. So hopefully they can get a little better going into the season and maybe get into the tournament. But it's really early in the season to say that. And as I recall, to the tournament, last year's team went to the Sweet 16, and I can't remember who they lost to, but they had a really good run with Serena Sundell and Aoka Lee and lots of those players. And I remember watching them, and it was fun to watch that team last year. So I hope this team can do that too. Their upcoming schedule is Utah, Texas Tech, and Houston. So I don't know a whole lot about those teams. But cut that out. Trying to think of what to say. So hopefully they can do well in their upcoming schedule. But some stats-wise, quick stats. Taryn Size leads the team in points per game with 14 points. She was there last year, if you remember her. She wasn't a huge contributor to the team, but a lot of key players left last year. So she's just been kind of leading the team this year. And then Nastja Klassen, I don't know how to say her last name. But she averaged 11.5 points per game. So she's doing well also. Those are our main two scorers. And then Taryn Sides also has 63 assists, which is leading the team by a lot. And I'm pretty sure that's really good for a player this year, or just like in general. So she's been getting out those points, but then also giving out the assists. So she's been doing a great job for this team this year. And then another highlight, just to quick, this is really impressive. Jordan Spicer has a 90% free throw percentage with 28 makes. So it's not like she has a 90% free throw percentage and then just doesn't shot 10 shots or something and then made nine of them. She's had 28 makes. So that's been a really cool stat. I just saw that. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. So that's just a quick review of the women's team. Not too much there, but we'll get going on the men's side. Alright, now we're going to be doing the men's side. So I have a little bit more detail for this one because I've been actually watching the men's team, most of their games. So the KSU men's basketball team has been, I would say, okay this season. I mean, they have talent like PJ Haggerty, last time I saw third leading scorer in the nation was the leading scorer in the nation for a little bit. He's really good. And David Castillo and Abdi Bashir, but just haven't put it together recently just for this team in general. Right now, our biggest problem is defense, 100%. We do not play good enough defense to just be a competitor and like in the tournament. If we want to be a good seed in the tournament, we have to be able to play defense because it doesn't matter how good you are at offense. Right now, if we make threes, we win. If we miss threes, we lose. Because we don't play good enough defense to get stops in that time. We need to make shots all the time. So our defense have been not very good this year. For example, against BYU this season. First of all, I went to that game. Really fun. Saw AJ Diabonsa. I think that's his last name. Probably actually the number one pick in the draft coming up, or I don't know if it's this draft or the next draft, but he's really good. and it was a amazing opportunity just to watch them play. They had KSU forced 19 turnovers against them. If you didn't know, that's a lot. If you have over 15 turnovers in a game, that is not very good. And 20 is not good at all. You usually lose a game every single time you have 20 turnovers around that. So 19 turnovers. So should win, right? No. We went 3-21 from 3. So, and they won by 10. So Abni Bashir made all 3 threes. One of them was jacked up at the end. Terrible shot, but it went in. And our team just couldn't find the rhythm from 3. I mean, it was just not a very good game in general for the team, 3-wise. And so that's one of the, like I said, if we make 3s, we win. Miss 3s, we don't. So it's just, we can't get, like, if we would have went better from 3 that game, we would have won. And if we didn't, we would have lost. We're just a 3-shooting team, and then we have PJ Haggerty who can just get to the rim, and he's just a beast. If we can put the defense together, and we can win games, but I don't know if that will happen this season. I'm just going to be totally honest, because Coach Tang has always been good at coaching defense this year, or just in general. And this year, or last year, we had a pretty good defense, but not a good offense. We had Coleman Hawkins. Coleman Hawkins was our main guy. Doug McDaniel, but none of them were great on offensively, and we just couldn't get it together. And so when you get into good offense and defense, you get the 2022 team when we went to the Elite Eight with Marquise Noel, Keontae Johnson, all those players. I still remember going to those games. Those were fun. And then just some season stats. PJ Haggerty, he's averaging 23 points per game. Third leading scorer in the nation. So I really liked watching PJ Haggerty play. Just the style that he plays, just hard offense. Just go to the rim, get fouled all the time. And he gets hard fouls a lot of the game. And he just plays through it. And so I really like his style of play. And he's our main guy. I don't care if it's a contested 3. We're going to let him shoot. Unless, it's a really bad shot. But he's our main guy, and he can shoot from anywhere on the court. So he's a decent 3-point shooter. Not like sharp shooter, but he's still a good enough shooter to be shooting 3s all the time. So you have to respect 3 when you're playing PJ Haggerty, but then at the same time, you're just going to drive by you. So it's really hard to defend like that. And then Abni Bashir, he leads the team in field goal percentage from 3 and 3s made. I really like this guy, but he just does not play defense, and sometimes that makes me really mad. He's a great 3-point shooter. I don't know how many 3s he's made, but it was like 40 more than everyone else. The problem is with Abni Bashir, he cannot get open by making his own shot. That's what PJ Haggerty is really good at. And Abni Bashir, he likes catch and shoot. He's a catch and shoot guy. Take around the screens and stuff. and so if teams can just guard him close the whole time, he's not going to do anything. So teams like Nebraska, he had 7 threes that game because they were playing help defense, and then they couldn't get back in time for him. Our team averages 87 points a game, so we have a pretty good offense. Multiple games we've gotten the hundreds. I remember a game we won by 60. It was against the worst team in the nation. Their only win, they were 1-8, and their only win was to who was it? It was their women's team. So I thought that was pretty funny when we played them, and we won by 60. The average margin of a win is 9 points, so it's decent. We've had a lot of blowouts. Not gonna lie. We've had a lot of close games, and we had a lot of blowouts. There hasn't been not very many games where we win by 10, even though that's our average. I feel like it's either close or a blowout, and we kind of just averages it together. So that's decent. Our average 3-point percentage is 38%, or actually 39% if you're rounding it up. And we average 10 threes a game. So like I said, 3 shooting team, shoot a lot of threes. And right as I'm filming this, we're about to play Arizona. That's not gonna go good. Not gonna go well, I think. Arizona is really good. I think they're ranked top 10. And Big 12 is a powerhouse. So the whole season is gonna be tough. But for our next 4 games, is gonna be the key to our season. This was from my dad, so credit to my dad for telling me about this. But I did look up who we were playing. Currently, as I'm filming this, like I said, we're about to play Arizona, and then our next 4 games will be against Arizona State, UCF, Oklahoma State, and Utah. And all of those are not very good teams. So if we want to get into the tournament this year, we have to win all. I mean, I don't trust our team enough, so I would say at least 3 out of the 4 games we should probably win, if not 4. Because all of these games are very winnable. And we're at the bottom of the Big 12 right now, so we need to win against these teams. So, that's pretty much all I have for this episode. I know it was a shorter episode. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!